My name is Russell Williams, and I'm with Flying Lab Software, and I'm the CEO. Flying Lab Software makes Pirates of the Burning Sea and Upper Deck University. Sure. We just released Milestone 15, and one of the most exciting features about that milestone is that we've introduced the long-awaited skirmish feature. Skirmish lets you create a very specific kind of combat encounter for you and a group of other players. So think a lobby system in a first-person shooter. So I can set up how many players I want in, what class of ships they're in, what the encounter is going to be. You sign up, everybody gets on their teams, and bam, you go. This allows us to have multiple nations in the skirmish. This allows us to have a lot more players. And also, there's no loss associated with fighting in the skirmish. So it's a great way for new players who are coming into the game to get associated with the PvP and then find out how cool it is and then get out in the open sea. It's been great in terms of what we've learned from the game. We've had a lot of fantastic player interaction. We've watched a lot of amazing things happen in the game. And now that we've gotten Skirmish out, we're really revving up the game and the force that's working on it. So, for example, like we've kept a team of, think about 55 people who's been working all this time on the game, and that's resulted in a tremendous amount of content. That's been a tremendous amount of polish and a lot of great new features, including, for example, Skirmish. In addition to that, we're also starting up the long-awaited marketing campaign for the project. So I have a check in my pocket, and I'm meeting with a advertising group who's done a tremendous amount of really cool stuff, and we're about to do long-term sustained advertising. So for people who wondered, who read my blogs where I talk about doing that, and they wonder, when does that start? 4 o'clock today. That's when it starts. Well, a lot of it, of course, is the PvP. And I think one of the most interesting things about the launch is you always know that people are going to play differently in beta than you're going to play in the live game. And I think one of the things that we did really well at Flying Lab is we had a fantastic community and really great interaction with the players. The negative of that, which we didn't really anticipate as much, is essentially they drank our Kool-Aid. They understood exactly what we were trying to achieve with the system. They read about it, they understood it, and they played exactly like we intended them to play. So it worked really, really well in the beta. And then, of course, you know, the live game comes out and people come, never heard of the game, pick it up off the shelf, start playing it. They haven't understood the way we intended it, and so they start, of course, doing the normal, trying to push the system as hard as can be. So we found a lot of stuff after launch that we hadn't seen in the beta. But we basically spent the first 6 months fixing all those problems and refining that. And if you go talk to the players now, you'll see the results of that. They're having a really great time out on the open sea in the PvP. In addition to the normal polish that we've also been doing, we've also introduced a tremendous amount of features and new content. We've been putting out a major update every month since we released. And the game is in fantastic shape now. So that's one of the other reasons why we're doing all the advertising now, is we've been polishing it up and making it as perfect as can be, and now we're going whole hog and putting a lot of money into sustained advertising. We have 2 projects that we're working on. One is Upper Deck University, which we launched a few months ago. That was back in March. And that was a casual MMO sports theme working with the Upper Deck company. And that's been a great experience working with them. They have a really great insight into kids, and they've got a really strong marketing organization behind it. So that was TV advertising, which is really, really powerful for the kids. And we've done a lot of great features for it, and kids are having a lot of fun. In fact, we have something they haven't seen in a casual game before, which is we have a very extensive team versus team matchmaking system. So you can form your own team in the game, pick your own logo, your uniforms, get out in the game world, play it, and compete against other teams in the game. So that competitiveness really goes to the sports, and the kids are really digging it. And next week we have Derek Jeter, who will be coming into the game and answering questions from the kids and giving out autographs, so we're really looking forward to that. We have a second project that we're doing, and this is tied to a pre-existing IP, which I can't speak to, but it's really, really exciting. It's a huge IP, and it affords me lots of trips to Japan, so I'm really enjoying it so far. And that's going to be something that, again, people haven't really seen in Flash, and this time from a technical standpoint. We have these really aggressive background downloaders, so we're going to be able to have much larger, sumptuous graphics and faster and more visually innovative gameplay in the Flash environment without the huge overhead of having to download it all at once. And we're aggressively working on that. And we're hiring up. So if you're looking for a job, we're looking for people in almost all the positions. So we'll be growing the company. I think we're at about 85 right now. We'll be growing to 100 over the next few months.